7. Form and content in syllogistic logic. In order to understand more fully the notion of logical form, we will briefly examine syllogistic logic, which was invented by Aristotle 384–322 BC. The arguments studied in syllogistic logic are called syllogisms, more precisely, categorical syllogisms. Syllogisms have a couple of distinguishing characteristics, which make them peculiar as arguments. First of all, every syllogism has exactly two premises, whereas in general an argument can have any number of premises. Secondly, the statements that constitute a syllogism, two premises, one conclusion, come in very few models, so to speak. More precisely, all such statements have forms similar to the following statements. 1. All Lutherans are Protestants, all dogs are collies. 2. Some Lutherans are Republicans, some dogs are cats. 3. No Lutherans are Methodists, no dogs are pets. 4. Some Lutherans are not Democrats, some dogs are not mammals. In these examples, the words written in bold-faced letters are descriptive terms, and the remaining words are logical terms, relative to syllogistic logic. In syllogistic logic, the descriptive terms all refer to classes, for example, the class of cats, or the class of mammals. On the other hand, in syllogistic logic, the logical terms are all used to express relations among classes. For example, the statements on line 1 state that a certain class Lutherans dogs is entirely contained in another class Protestants collies. Note the following about the four pairs of statements above. In each case, the pair contains both a true statement on the left and a false statement on the right. Also, in each case, the statements are about different things. Thus, we can say that the two statements differ in content. Note, however, that in each pair above, the two statements have the same form. Thus, although all Lutherans are Protestants differs in content from all dogs are collies, these two statements have the same form. The sentences 1-4 are what we call concrete sentences. They are all actual sentences of a particular actual language English. Concrete sentences are to be distinguished from sentence forms. Basically, a sentence form may be obtained from a concrete sentence by replacing all the descriptive terms by letters, which serve as placeholders. For example, sentences 1-4 yield the following sentence forms. F1 all x are y, F2 some x are y, F3 no x are y, F4 some x are not y. The process can also be reversed. Concrete sentences may be obtained from sentence forms by uniformly substituting descriptive terms for the letters. Any concrete sentence obtained from a sentence form in this way is called a substitution instance of that form. For example, all cows are mammals and all cats are felines are both substitution instances of sentence form F1. Just as there is a distinction between concrete statements and statement forms, there is also a distinction between concrete arguments and argument forms. A concrete argument is an argument consisting entirely of concrete statements. An argument form is an argument consisting entirely of statement forms. The following are examples of concrete arguments. A1 all Lutherans are Protestants, some Lutherans are Republicans / some Protestants are Republicans. A2 all Lutherans are Protestants, some Protestants are Republicans / some Lutherans are Republicans. Note henceforth, we use the / symbol / to abbreviate therefore. In order to obtain the argument form associated with A1, we can simply replace each descriptive term by its initial letter. We can do this because the descriptive terms in A1 all have different initial letters. This yields the following argument form. An alternative version of the form, using x, y, z, is given to the right. F1 all LRP all x are y, some LR some x are z / some PRR / some y are z. By a similar procedure we can convert concrete argument A2 into an associated argument form. F2 all LRP all x are y, some PRR some y are z / some LRR / some x are z. Observe that argument A2 is obtained from argument A1 simply by interchanging the conclusion in the second premise. In other words, these two arguments, which are different, consist of precisely the same statements. They are different because their conclusions are different. As we will later see, they are different in that one is a valid argument, and the other is an invalid argument. Do you know which one is which? In which one does the truth of the premises guarantee the truth of the conclusion? In deriving an argument form from a concrete argument, care must be taken in assigning letters to the descriptive terms. First of all, different letters must be assigned to different terms. We cannot use L for both Lutherans and Protestants. Secondly, we cannot use two different letters for the same term. We cannot use L for Lutherans in one statement, and use Z in another statement.